Hello, my name is Ben Thompson, audiologist and founder of Treble Health. I focus on tinnitus here on my YouTube channel. Today's video will discuss CBD and its relationship to tinnitus. If you're looking for solutions for tinnitus or trying to find relief, then maybe you've come across the possibility of using CBD or other alternative medicines that can help. So today I'm going to explain some of the science about can CBD provide any help for tinnitus? What does the research say in terms of its effectiveness? And what else can you try? If you're new here to my YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce a project I've been working on recently. It's called tinnitusquiz.com. If you're looking for a solution for tinnitus, this is a great place to start. By answering a few simple questions, you can learn about which solutions are available for you and even take a next action step into doing something for your tinnitus. So if that's of any interest to you, head over to tinnitusquiz.com or click the link here right there to head over to the quiz. And all you have to do is answer the question. Okay, great. Now let's talk about CBD. CBD is a cannabinoid from the cannabis plant. It won't get you high like THC from marijuana. CBD is found in marijuana and hemp. There are three forms of CBD. There's isolate, full spectrum, and broad spectrum. Typically, both full spectrum and broad spectrum CBD contain other cannabinoids, flavonoids from the cannabis plant. CBD isolate is typically pure CBD. However, it's important to recognize that for any CBD product, there could be trace amounts of THC that may show up on a drug test from your employer or from the police or something like that. So be mindful of the difference here between THC, CBD, and how it can affect your body by staying in your urine, your blood, or your hair. So in reference to CBD for tinnitus, the idea here is that potentially CBD could work on the stress response that someone can go through when they're dealing with tinnitus. So by using CBD products, it could hypothetically, we'll go into the research here, provide some relief from the negative cycle of tinnitus, from the stress of living with tinnitus. But from my understanding of the ear and the brain, CBD itself is not restructuring the tinnitus origin. It's not fixing a hearing loss. It's not reducing tinnitus in the auditory brain. It's not curing tinnitus in that regard. But can it provide relief? Let's talk about research. So far, the research on CBD is mixed. It's a challenging thing to study because the personal effect of CBD on someone's body is complex and individual. CBD itself can be used in different forms, taken in different ways, come from different extracts, have different potency. So having a standard way to test it in the body is important. There are research protocols that do. On the other side, you have tinnitus, which is also a complex medical condition that can fluctuate. It has different causes, different factors for why it's there. So to get everyone who has the same type of tinnitus into a study and have this exact same type of CBD that is tested against a control group, we can see that this actually becomes quite a complex research study to put together. There was a study in 2015 that created tinnitus in a group of mice, poor mice, I'm sorry, but it is for our common good. Hopefully from the utilitarian perspective, it's worth it. So these mice were given tinnitus, and then there was a study that looked at could CBD and THC potentially change tinnitus, make it better perhaps. That study actually found that tinnitus may have gotten worse in these mice. So although that process did not show a benefit from CBD and THC, it wasn't exactly something that we're going to apply to all humans.
This is a short interruption from today's video to announce the Tinnitus Quiz. If you're watching this video, there's a good chance that you or someone you know has tinnitus. We know how much tinnitus can impact your daily life, and we're here to help. Visit tinnitusquiz.com and take a 2-minute quiz to receive personalized treatment plans that have helped hundreds of people learn to manage their tinnitus. Start now at tinnitusquiz.com.
A more recent review of 7 studies was completed in 2022, and this systematic review concluded that there's not enough scientific evidence from either animal or human studies to confirm or deny that CBD can help relieve tinnitus. The study found that clinical data is largely lacking due to those reasons I mentioned earlier, the complexity of tinnitus and the complexity of CBD. Furthermore, there were no systematic studies or randomized control trials in humans that have really gotten to the point here of, does CBD improve tinnitus compared to a control group? Yes or no? So it's still somewhat up in the air, but I want to give some potential benefits from CBD, other important information, and then talk about my perspective as an audiologist who specializes in tinnitus for what you can do about this. In some positive news, there was a study in 2020 that suggests that CBD has this anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective effect, and that may help with hearing loss or tinnitus. There is evidence of a direct link between CBD and the auditory pathway, although we're not expecting to cure tinnitus or cure hearing loss by using any sort of CBD product. In some cases, chronic inflammation has been linked to hearing loss or tinnitus. So if CBD can help reduce chronic inflammation, where some groups suggest it can, then we're going to potentially have a positive impact on hearing loss or tinnitus. But really more research is needed in that specific field of study. Other important information on CBD in the science world, in the research world, is that research has grown exponentially in the last decade. There were about 30 studies published between 2013 and 2017 alone that looked at CBD for treating certain conditions like pain, depression, anxiety. Still, those studies are not conclusive to say that CBD is a treatment for any of those conditions, but it can be used to help improve some of the symptoms and just take down some of the intensity of those conditions. Although we have some evidence that says CBD could work, it's really not proven yet. So first of all, just know that there's potential side effects like weight loss, weight gain, diarrhea, fatigue that can come from this. You need to be careful with the dose, the actual amount that you're using. And it's always recommended to speak with a doctor who actually understands your medical history and can tell you if CBD should be used, and if so, how often. In terms of my team of audiologists at Treble Health, we specialize in tinnitus. Our audiology team does not recommend CBD as part of your tinnitus toolkit. The research is not yet clear on its effects or its benefits. So even though it may help with side effects such as stress and anxiety, it's not recommended by doctors as a treatment for tinnitus itself. Some other factors that can go in play here. So some closing remarks. There are solutions for tinnitus. CBD is not a primary solution. It could potentially help your stress, your anxiety, your insomnia. So for those reasons, you may choose to use it. Please do it under the supervision of a doctor, and know that there are more tried and true methods for tinnitus. Personalized one-on-one coaching of how you can improve this negative cycle of tinnitus is so crucial. Plus sound therapy, having targeted treatment with medical devices in the ears that provide sound therapy treatment like tinnitus maskers. That's what we find helps most of our patients. So make sure you focus on that foundational approach before you try these alternative treatments. If you'd like more help with this, I'd recommend heading over to treblehealth.com. This is what we focus on. We'd be happy to work with you. Or if you'd like to start with a free quiz, you can head over to tinnitusquiz.com, where you can answer a few simple questions and then be provided the next step on your journey to tinnitus relief. Thanks so much. We'll see you either on the next video at tinnitusquiz.com or over at Treble Health. Ben Thompson here, signing off.